Well, hi there viewers, Princess Strawberry here. So in today's video, I'm going to be making 4 packets of Jell-O. So first we got strawberry, cherry, and raspberry. And since we have 4 packets, we're going to need 4 containers with lids. So I already went ahead and poured the first packet into my blender. I also added 1 cup of hot water. And now we're just going to blend it. Next, you're going to want to add 1 cup of cold water. Now, before anything, because quite a few people on YouTube have forgotten, I've seen their videos, make sure you put the lid on. Epic fails. So, and then next, I blend it. And once it's done, I pour this mixture into one of my 4 containers. I think I'll go with this cookie one. I bought this at the dollar store, I think for $2, $2.50. And it had different cookies in it. I kept the container because it's still pretty good to use. So, and then you're going to repeat that step for the rest of the packets, Jell-O packets. So there we go, the first package is done, and if you still think you need to stir it, then grab a spoon and just stir it like this. Now, a lot of you are probably going to ask why I'm doing this in a blender, and to me, it actually mixes it perfectly, and this way it doesn't stick to the bottom. If you, I've tested this theory before, and I might do a video about it, but if I just mix the ingredients like this, then it tends to stick to the bottom, and I haven't found a solution. I've tried everything, buttering it, like the container first, or spraying it with cooking oil, vegetable oil. It doesn't work. I've tried every method I could think of, and then I finally found a solution of using a blender. So the blender method has always worked for me. So right now I'm just adding 1 cup of hot water. Again, making sure I put the lid on. I don't need an epic fail. Making sure it's on properly. And then it doesn't matter what setting I use, it'll mix the same way. I've been using Liquify. So this package is now done. We just made cherry. So one thing I'm noticing, and I noticed it before I even started, all the packets here are the same size except this one. So I'm reading the back. I'm wondering if I do this the same way. No, it says pour 1/4. I'm wondering if this packet is the same way. I've done, all the packets are, these 3 are the same size and are made the same way. So, and I've also tested this theory out. This packet I've made the same way and it came out proper, so I might just do it the same way as the others. So anyway, now we're going to pour this mixture into a container once I add the 1 cup of cold water. Can't forget that. So here we go, adding 1 cup of cold water. Now I could mix both cherry Jell-Os together, but unfortunately this one says no sugar added, and this other one, I believe, has sugar in it because it doesn't say no sugar added. So they're 2 different Jell-Os, even though they're both the same. They both say cherry, but they're 2 different ones. So next, of course, we put the lid on and we mix it. After I mix each packet completely, I will rinse out my blender just because I don't want to be mixing them. So I'm going to go quickly rinse this out. 3rd batch of Jell-O. So for some reason my blender isn't working. I'm wondering if the bottom piece, like right here, came loose and it's not spinning properly. I'll have to take it apart in a minute to look. But while I'm taking this apart to look at it, I'm going to have to refill the kettle one more time because we still have 1 packet left, and you can see there ain't much water in there. That's not going to work. I'm going to need 1 cup. So we're going to make 1 batch by hand. So I'm already stirring this with a whisk. and you guys can see the difference. These two are a lighter color, and it's not just because of the flavor packet, strawberry and raspberry. This one's cherry, so we did, I think, strawberry first. I think we did a cherry, and then I think this one is raspberry. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying attention. But anyway, this one mixture is going to be different. So we're going to mix that right up. So just like that. So we're going to take about a 5, maybe 10-minute break to re-boil the kettle and check to see what's wrong with the blender. So I found out what was wrong with the blender. Unfortunately, it will work now, but the bottom unfortunately came loose. This black piece, like, I can take it right out. That black piece at the bottom came loose, and of course if it's loose, the blender will not work. So we are good to go now. So what I'm going to do is, because I want all the mixtures to be the same, I'm going to pour this one into the blender and mix it up really quick. It's not going to hurt it in any way. It's just I like everything blended and mixed the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. While I'm waiting, I'm still waiting for the kettle. Whoa, we got a lot of fizz in this one. I didn't expect that. So I just rinsed out the container, rinsed off my measuring cup, did a little bit of a cleanup, put my utensils on a plate because I accidentally spilled water on my counter and I didn't want the utensils having extra water put on them. I don't know, it's just the thing I do. So I normally would put my utensils on a plate, but this time I didn't until like the last minute or close to the last packet. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that mixture into the container, and then once the kettle is boiled, we're going to start on the last packet. So here we go, I'm pouring the third mixture into the container. Make sure it gets all in there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's fizzing. You can definitely see it fizzing. Okay, that's kind of creepy that my lights decided to flicker. I was in the zone. I was enjoying the bubbling, fizzing sound until the light flickered. But anyway, so these two have definitely set already, and we're just waiting for that. You can definitely see the bubbles separating from the bottom. That is cool. I love clear containers. Unfortunately, this metal one you can't see through, but this ice cream sundae, you can definitely see. I think I put the strawberry one in the strawberry sundae ice cream container. That would be a coinky-dink. Like, I didn't intend to I didn't have them organized on what Jell-O packet goes into what dish or what container. So that'd be creepy. I guess I'll know later when I try these, because like I said, I have my I have a family member staying with me for a week, and this is going to be our snack. So I guess I'll find out later on if this is strawberry Jell-O in the strawberry sundae container. So this Jell-O packet seems like it's smaller than the others, so I'm wondering if I just do 1/4 cup. This seems pretty small. If it's telling me 1/4 cup of hot water and the same for cold, that seems a bit small. And I don't think all the mixture would mix. So I'm going to go with the way I did what I was going to do with pouring 1 cup of hot water and 1 cup of cold, because I did this before and it turned out fine, but this is confusing. Pour 1/4 pouch 2.8 G. See, I've never made sense of these. Maybe it's just me, but I'm going to go with the 1 cup on this one. It worked fine before when I did it in the blender. So just to be on the safe side, I didn't fill this 1 cup completely to the top, just enough. And we're going to pour this one in. And we're going to do the same with cold water. Put that on the plate. Make sure you put the lid on. I've seen what happens when you people don't put the lid on these things. Okay, and we're going to go with milkshake mode. That looks really cool. You can kind of see it going to the bottom, like I'll show you guys. Can you see it flowing to the bottom? That is really cool, I must say. So we can take off the lid. Also, if you guys have a blender and you're not sure how to clean the blender out, it's fairly simple. So make sure it's empty completely. So like this. We're going to pour this into the fourth container. Looks like bubble gum. That is freaking cool. So there we go. So as you guys can see, all the containers have set basically. Now here's the fun part. Unfortunately, it's actually not that fun. So you gotta put all the lids on. We got the fizzles again. That is so cool. Don't you dare flicker the light. I'm in the zone. Trying to get the camera to focus. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but this is the last container. So now what you do, unfortunately, I hope you guys are patient like I am. Put all your Jell-O's containers in the fridge for at least 24 hours. So, and I'm going to share with you guys quickly how to clean your blender if you guys are wondering. Now there's 3 options. There's like 3 different ways I can think of. So the first one, I'm going to have to go with my first option because I don't have salt and I don't have vinegar. So what I would do first, so I have some leftover hot water in my kettle. I'm going to pour into here. That looks really cool. So what you want to do if you're going with my first option, fill up your blender with hot water to the top if you can, or wherever the max line is. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So my first option is I'm going to fill up my blender with hot water, put on the lid, and blend it. And this usually helps to get it clean. That scared the living crap out of me. Hang on. Okay, and we're back. So what happened was the lid popped up a little bit and scared the living crap out of me. Nor I guess the lid wasn't on right. So now you guys seen an epic fail. I hope you guys enjoyed. Holy crap. So anyways, that's your first option. That's what happens when you don't put the lid on. So if your blender is not clean now still, then you may have to go with the other 2 options. Like look at this. The bottom is basically clean except the, I call it the mouth of the blender right here is not clean. Probably just wipe that with a sponge. So just like that. So there we go. That's the first option and it looked like it worked mostly for me. I might have to put the actual blender, this piece, through the dishwasher. But obviously I'm going to have to take off the bottom like I'll show you guys. So this is the bottom of the blender. There's 4 pieces. So this little ring goes around the blades. Be careful. We don't want another epic fail. Meaning it's going to be not fun if you have to if you cut your finger open. Then that goes inside there and then you screw this onto this piece. This whole piece right here can go through the dishwasher. It's safe. But it looks like the blades mostly got cleaned. And if your blender is still not cleaned even after using hot water, then what you can do, like put the blender back together, fill it up halfway with warm water, add some like table salt, blend it, and it should clean the blades, disinfect them. And if that still doesn't work, then try vinegar. And if that doesn't work, then you might just have to do what I'm doing and put this piece through the dishwasher and wash this by hand. And how you do that is you use one of these scrubber thingies. You can get them at the dollar store, Walmart, Giant Tiger, any place that sells kitchens. Yeah, I can't speak because I just got the crap scared out of me. Any place that sells kitchen supplies. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put these 4 Jell-O mixtures into the fridge. So there we go. Make sure your containers are sitting flat as possible. You can stack them if they'll stay stacked. So I just moved some things around so everything sits flat. Put my water jug in the back of the fridge, and I'm not sure what this is. Breadcrumbs for chicken. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Anyway, I got my idea for dinner. So if you guys enjoyed my epic fail video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I enjoy reading your comments on suggestions for new videos. Also, you guys have been awesome by sending me messages on my social media sites. So again, a reminder, all the links to all my social media sites are in the description box below. Pop quiz time. Are these packets in the same order they were at the beginning of the video? Comment down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.